Hello, I'm Henry, and welcome back to Tiny Tank Tournament. This is the losers bracket of round 2, in which Teeth Rage Dimmer is facing off against Vulcan. Vulcan's entry consists of 4 of these Bulletstorms and 1 decoy, which isn't here right now. The Bulletstorms have 10 autocannons, which is devastating at this small scale. They also have quite a bit of armor. They got around the no metal stacking rule by putting a layer of lead in between the 2 layers of metal. Vulcan's team lost their first match against Tourney 343, Scorpion, and Biting Midge Drones, and then they won very decisively their second match against Captain Ironlad's Boomboxes, though that was mostly because the Boomboxes were basically a meme entry. Teeth Rage Dimmer's entry consists of 5 of these Divine Lights. He technically has 5 separate blueprints, but they're all basically the same. The only difference between them are the AI setups. The Divine Lights have 6 lasers each, which is quite devastating at this small scale, similar to Doom Agent's entry, and there's not much else to talk about them. They've got a lot of mimicked decorations, and they've got these double wide tracks. They won their first match against Henry Wong's team quite decisively, taking almost no damage in return, and they lost their second match to Standard Stefan's team, though it was pretty close. So with introductions over, let the battle begin. The Bulletstorms firing immediately, and Teeth Rage Dimmer does as well, though neither side manages to... the Bulletstorms do land a few hits on the northernmost, rightmost Divine Light. And one of the Bulletstorms has also taken a tiny bit of damage, not sure what that was from though. But now they have line of sight, and so should be able to start doing damage. 2 of the Divine Lights have crashed into each other, I think. All the Bulletstorms are targeting this Divine Light here. And it's lost most of its lasers. I think it only has 2 now. Oh, another volley from all the Divine Lights. None of them are targeting the decoy, so it's not doing much right now. The Bulletstorms all still targeting this Divine Light, which is now at 60% and has lost its nope, it still has its turret. Though it only has 1 laser left. No lasers left now. Oh, 2 of the Bulletstorms have flipped over, and they've all switched targets to this Divine Light now. Oh, that previous Divine Light is now 2 damaged. One of the Divine Light targets the decoy. Another volley from the Divine Lights. Oh, one of the Bulletstorms just disintegrates. I think that was from being AI dead because it was still at pretty high HP. Another volley from the Divine Lights and from the Bulletstorms. One of the Divine Light loses its turret. Still being targeted by all the Bulletstorms. And that volley did almost no damage. Oh, and now it's 2 damaged. And despawning. Yep. So far, one of the Bulletstorms has despawned, one of the decoys has despawned, one of the Bulletstorms is at 60%, I think that is... I have no clue which one that is. 3 of the Divine Lights have despawned, but one of the Divine Lights is still at 100%. The Bulletstorms are all targeting Divine Light 4, which is now at 76%. Oh, another one of the that Bulletstorm there despawns. I have no clue what that was from. Right now, nobody has line of sight to anybody. Oh, and another Bulletstorm despawns. And with that, now the Divine Lights have the advantage. It's now 2-1. With one of the Divine Lights, that one over there, still being at 100%. So now these are about to have line of sight to each other. but the Bulletstorm is targeting the pretty heavily armored side of the Divine Light instead of the turret, so it's not doing much damage. And the Bulletstorm is still on its back, and it has no way of flipping itself back over, unless something explodes. The Bulletstorm is now at 70%, and oh, there goes its turret. It's now 2 damaged. The Divine Lights don't stop though, and still are firing at its corpse. And there it goes. So the first round goes quite decisively to Teeth Rage Dimmer. Now, on to round 2. As always, the two teams have switched sides, with the Divine Lights now to the south, and the Bulletstorms now to the north. 3, 2, 1, fight! Both sides fire immediately again. One of the Bulletstorms lands a few glancing hits, while none of the Divine Lights manage to do any damage. I think this Divine Light has now lost one of its lasers. Nope, 2 of its lasers are heavily damaged, but all of them are still functional. Both sides now have line of sight towards each other. Ooh, 2 of the Divine Lights are targeting the decoy. Some of the Bulletstorms have... no, they haven't crashed into each other. It was just the angle that made it look like that. What happened to the audio there? Who knows? One of the Divine Lights is at 80%. I think it's that one. Yeah, it has to be. It's now at 50% and 2 damaged, while all of the Bulletstorms are taking damage quite evenly. All the Bulletstorms focus on the same target because they all have the same AI setup, while the Divine Lights all target different targets because they've all got different AIs. So this is the result. One of the Divine Lights has now despawned, and the second one is now 2 damaged, and the Bulletstorms have now switched targets to a third one, this one over here, which is rapidly losing health. It's not 90%. It's now lost its propulsion, and they've switched targets to this Divine Light over here. Divine Light 4, which is also taking damage quite quickly. Oh. Something exploded there, I'm not sure what it is. And it's lost one of its lasers. And they've switched targets again to this Divine Light now. But Divine Light 3 has now despawned. Maybe it was AI dead and that's why they switched targets? I don't know. Oh, and that Divine Light has also despawned. I'm pretty sure that was from it being AI dead, because it was still at, I think, 70% HP. What is this Divine Light targeting? There's nothing there. Who knows? Detection is... okay, it's despawned now. Not sure... that has to be from being AI dead, because it still has quite a bit of HP left. So anyways, round 2 goes to Vulcan. Now, on to round 3. I flipped a coin to decide who goes on which side, so now Teeth Rage Dimmer is back to the north, and the Bulletstorms are to the south again. 3, 2, 1, let the battle begin! Both sides fire immediately, and they all miss, except for a few glancing hits. Two of the Divine Lights are targeting the decoy, so it's doing its job, I guess. They're going to have line of sight soon. So far, one of the Divine Lights has... oh, okay, it's now at 86%. A bit of friendly fire there, I think. I'm not sure though. All of the Bulletstorms are targeting this, are targeting Divine Light 1, which is this one here. And it's lost its heart. And it's too damaged. They've now switched targets to this Divine Light here, which is Divine Light... I'm not sure. Divine Light 2, I think? These two Divine Lights are still targeting the decoy. So yeah, really did its job there. This Divine Light now has lost its turret, and that Divine Light earlier is now dead completely. It's now 2 damaged and will despawn soon, and they're switching targets to this Divine Light here, I think. No clue what happened there, but okay. This one here is Divine Light 4, I think? I'm not sure. Oh no, it's Divine Light 3. And it's now lost its turret. Oh, 2 of the Bulletstorms have flipped themselves over. 3 of them have flipped themselves over. So now only 1 of them can still move around. Nope, never mind, 1 of them has flipped itself back over. So yeah. And they can still shoot while flipped upside down. Oh, and now there's 2 damage, so they've switched targets. This here is Divine Light 4, and it's lost its turret immediately. So now only 1 Divine Light is still fully operational, which is Divine Light 5, and is at 99%. None of the Bulletstorms are below 75%, though the decoy is dead. And one of them is at 90%, I'm not sure which one that is. Oh! Okay, one of the Bulletstorms has just respawned. And they've still not switched targets, they're still focusing on this Divine Light, which is completely unarmed. All those shots are just bouncing off. It's got a lot of autocannons which fire a lot of shots, but each shot is really weak. Oh, big explosion there. I think it's AI dead now. Oh, it's 2 damaged, okay. And it's AI dead, I think, but I'm not sure. So now they've finally switched targets to the functional Divine Light. It's a 3v1, so they've got an advantage, but as we saw in round 1, that can change really quickly. Though I don't think that's gonna happen here because because 2 of them have line of sight to the Divine Light. The third one just about can't shoot it. Which one is the Divine Light targeting? It's targeting the one at 54%. Yeah, because of the way the turrets on the Bulletstorms are built, they can actually shoot... Is this AI dead? No, it's not. Oh, is the Divine Light AI dead? Oh, it is. Okay, so that's dead now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Bulletstorms turrets are built in such a way that they can clip through the hull and shoot out the bottom. This should be against the rules, but because I didn't realize it until after all submissions were closed and you weren't allowed to make any changes anymore, I've decided to just leave it be. So the Bulletstorms win round 3, so Teeth Rage Dimmer's entry has now been eliminated from this tournament, and the Bulletstorms are going into round 3 of the losers bracket. That's all for this video, thank you for watching.